So whilst Nigerians are still asking, where is President Bola Tinubu? Away from all of that, there's still other interesting stories trending on the social media streets as we speak. This is TMI Socials. Welcome on board. My name is Anwoluwapo Stevens, your social media guide, here to take you on a wondrous social media adventure. So if you're ready, let's take it away. So moving over, there was a trending video of relatives calling out an Abuja school for allegedly using police force to suppress their cry for justice over their 4-year-old son who died under their care. Take a look. Now, how did you react to this? Let's see. This person says, choked on the food. You gave the child beef. It's very possible that the child choked. We actually need to be objective when looking at things. Where there are signs that the child in question was beaten or brutalized, bruises on the body, asking the question, beef can indeed choke anyone to death. You must give your kids food. Let it be something they can chew with ease. Rest in peace and sorry for your loss. Okay, moving over to another reaction. Cheeto says, at this point, the Nigeria police is just an organization used by the rich to oppress the poor. They are of no use to the masses. Now, that's his thoughts on the story. Moving on. Sandaner says, if you're reading this as a parent, may you never experience this. Amen. Mary Tam, brief woman, says, should we start homeschooling our children? And then another user responded by saying, every school staff should learn CPR and how to manage situations like this. Choking is a very possible thing, but they should be trained in this, especially when dealing with young children. CPR training should be mandatory in schools and organizations across Nigeria. So speaking about CPR training, here's a video of how to do it whenever cases like this occur.
So Emeka's drowned. Yes, Emeka, God forbid. And you are there, what do you do? First of all, you check the surrounding if he's safe, so that something else will not happen to you or the person. Number 2, you shout for help. Help, oh, somebody help me. Number 3, you need to check if he's breathing or if he's only gasping. How do you do that? You watch the chest. If he's not rising and going down normally as he should, then you now need to perform this very important step called CPR. How do you do it? You place the heel of your hand in between the chest. Where? In between the nipples. Very easy to find. And then you lock with the second hand on top. And then you push in about 2 inches deep. But you're going to do that about 30 times at the speed of 100 to 120 beats per minute. You see all this thing I'm saying? It might be difficult for some of you to remember. Just use this Nigerian song in your head. Shaking your body, twe, 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 twe. Yeah, you're getting it, Abi. And then, as you can see, my elbow is not moving. Some of you will be doing like this. That's not how to do it. Your elbows are supposed to be locked. You're supposed to be directly on top and then in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. 30 times. When you're done 30 times, you go to the head, you raise the neck so that air can enter the lungs. Because if it's like this, air will not enter. When you now raise, and then you breathe into the mouth while closing the nose. Twice.
So next time you are in that darn situation, I just want to believe that this video actually is of help to you. Well, moving over to another trending video. Hashtag Atiku was trending, and also hashtag Tinubu was trending, as former Vice President Atiku Abubakar on Sunday said that the reason President Bola Tinubu hurriedly awarded the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway project to Chukuri Group is because of his son Sheyi's interest in the company. So apparently he said that Sheyi was on board of the CDK Integrated Industries, which is a subsidiary of the group. And already the federal government has come out to, say that yes, indeed, he is part of the whole stuff, but that's not the main reason. Anyway, how have you been reacting? Let's see. The emperor says, now we can understand the reason for the rush. for the rush hour approach to the demolition of properties where we have important roads that have become death traps and begging for repairs all over the country. Moving over to another one. Arewa Twitter says, if not for Atiku, nobody would have known Seyi Tinubu is a beneficiary of that 15 trillion naira contract that has no competitive bidding. Okay, one more on this. This guy says the coastal highway project will proceed as planned. No amount of blackmail and propaganda can stop it. Well, away from that now to another trending issue. Hashtag Naira was also trending as the federal government has announced plans to delist the Naira from all peer-to-peer platform, that's P2P platforms. And of course, this sparked reactions on socials. Let's see how you've been reacting to this story. I am Henry Coco says, not really necessary though, just tax them and allow life to continue. You can't stop what you didn't create. Punchline there. Another one says, just regulate P2P, ensure price doesn't exceed CBN price, and enforce a policy for these platforms. And then Calvin responded by saying, how do they even think it's possible to stop P2P? That's the question he is asking this morning. Finally on the story, I think the government needs a better economist so as to educate them on how a country economy works. Oh well, we'll see how things unfold eventually as regards the story. Moving over, so the federal government again has also come out to debunk another trending story, as it was in the news that some northern activists and a new Nigeria People's Party over the weekend cautioned the federal government against signing any military pact with the US and France to pave way for relocation of their military bases to the country. Now, the northern leaders have actually written President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the National Assembly on why the federal government should not allow the relocation of the military from Sahel to Nigeria. So apparently Mali has, chasing them away, and right now they're looking for another closer place to get to. And apparently Nigeria is like, one of those countries that has large landmark and a whole lot of other, amazing stuff outlined. But the federal government has said this is not going to happen, so just forget about the story. But how have you been reacting to this? Let's see. Ozoma says, I am still thinking why they are rejecting it. The advantage is more than the disadvantage. In fact, if we play this right, we might gain more than we lose. Oh, really? And another user says, the same northern leaders who have been quiet with the killings, kidnapping, and abduction in their domain, they should focus more on the hunger, poverty, and banditry in the region. Since they are incapable of making their region peaceful, anything to bring peace is welcomed. Well, finally on the story, this user Mark says, is that been considered? Do you not think our leaders will accept foreign base here for any reason? How can you be accepting what your brothers are rejecting, seeing the outcome of such a decision on your brother's land? Anyway, on a lighter note, on TMI Solutions this morning, a thoughtful Nigerian senator, Rufai Sani Hanaga, has been hailed for empowering his constituents with clay pots and white fabrics to bury their dead in Kano. If we could just see the clay pots and the white fabric that was trending on socials, would really, truly appreciate it. So he was trending as regards empowering his constituents with clay pots and white fabrics to bury their dead in Kano. Now, those are the clay pots he, in quotes, empowered his constituents with. And this has sparked interesting reactions to, the social media space. Let's see how you've been reacting to this one. Yaya Abbas says, that too is something considering the fact that everyone will need a pot and a white cloth at a certain time. Interestingly, okay, that guy is supporting the motive of the senator. And this one says, this senator is a very good example of Nigerian politicians. May God make him amongst the first batch of beneficiaries of this donation. No way, Nigerians. Moving over. Evelyn says, when he campaigned, did he at least let them know his plans and not for the living? Ouch. Well, one more on this story. One more, if we could just have one more. And then we'll move over to the final lap of this, as I also did see a trending video of a wonderful, amazing billionaire wife doing great stuff on social. So Sade Okoya, in this viral video, gave a little boy a bundle of cash at a party. And he just couldn't believe his eyes. Take a look. So after collecting the 100K, Omoga just had to like dobale and the Yoruba way to say thank you, auntie. That's how to do the big rich auntie vibes, just in case you're a big rich auntie.
Anyway, thank God she didn't spray the money. That would have been another case.
Oh, I did the
Naira, I've used that.
Yeah.
That was like, just take this for you. But that money is huge for that age.
He's a billionaire right now.
To some person, she'll be like, yeah, villain of the world.
But African mothers will just like, give me, I'll help you keep it, you know.
And of course, that's donated pots. Pots for burial. I rest my case. The importance of CPR cannot be overemphasized. You have to learn. There was making fun of it, but you have to learn it. Follow the reading. You can save a life or two. But you really have to learn and make sure that you have the knowledge of, giving a CPR. And thank you so much for the information. Oh, quite funny, but come on, makes a lot of sense.
Thank you very much.